Welcome back to the IBFP. Here's your host, Boxing Nuke.
Welcome back, fight fans. Welcome the fuck back. We have Amir King Khan versus Samuel Vargas from the Birmingham Arena on September 8th, live on Sky Sports. Now let's give a breakdown of these two fighters and what we expect from these guys. Now first we have Amir King Khan. He's 31 years old. He's had 36 fights, won 32, 20 by knockout, and he's lost 4 fights. Basically, he's had over 210 rounds under his belt in his career, and he stands at 5 foot 8.5 inches tall. On the opposite side, you have Samuel Vargas, who's 29 years old. He's been in 34 fights. He's won 29, 14 by knockout. He had 2 draws and 3 losses. He has about 215 rounds of experience under his belt, and he stands about 5 foot 9. This is going to be a great fight. The reason why I say that is Samuel Vargas comes to fight, but I'm not particularly impressed with him for a couple of reasons. If you look at Samuel Vargas, he's just not a special fighter. He's basically a tune-up for Amir Khan, if we're being honest. But he does come to fight, and he can present a challenge for some fighters. So I think he is a good tune-up. Let's be honest. Every fighter you fight won't be elite, won't be the best, but will be able to be a guy that'll give you some rounds, give you some good work. And that's exactly what you come to expect from a guy like Samuel Vargas. So hats off to him. His notable losses have been against Danny Garcia. He was stopped in the 7th round, and prior to that, he was stopped by Errol Spence Jr. in the 4th round. And so in those respective years, Garcia stopped him in 2016, Spence stopped him in 2015. So that's a little bit about Samuel Vargas. You don't expect too much from him. Amir Khan is coming off of a win, a first-round knockout win against Phil Greco, who basically rolled over in the ring in the first round. It just wasn't the same thing. Prior to that, in 2016, he got knocked out in the 6th round against Canelo Alvarez. So hats off to him. You have to understand that Amir Khan is fearless. He'll get in there with anybody. He's not known to duck anybody. He wants the big fight. He's in it for the big fights. He's a phenomenal athlete, and he's the type of guy that you want to see fight the best. His hand speed is damn near unmatched. A lot of people say his hand speed could be as fast as Manny Pacquiao. He has good footwork, and he's a great all-around boxer. He's a very nice guy. I think that Amir Khan would make a great fight against a guy like Manny Pacquiao. But as news reports are surfacing, that Manny Pacquiao, Amir Khan this year may not be likely. So then that leads us to Kell Brook. Will that fight be likely? Amir Khan doesn't want to leave 147. Kell Brook's moved up to 154, although Kell Brook is willing to come back down to 47 to fight him. Amir Khan is not interested in any type of catch weight. So at this point, it's like Amir Khan does not really want the Brook fight next. If he takes it, I think that's the fight everyone would love to see. We feel like that'll be a clash of 2 different styles. You have more of a boxer puncher in Kell Brook, and Amir Khan, you have a pure boxer who has great movement and great hand speed. So I think they're both very good, talented fighters, and I think we'd love to see those fights. More likely, a guy like Amir Khan could end up fighting a surprise opponent, which could be a Mikey Garcia. I think that'll be a very interesting matchup style-wise. He could also fight a Terrence Crawford or an Errol Spence in a major fight this year. And I think those would be huge fights, although I'm hearing Terrence Crawford is closing in on a deal with Jose Benavidez. So for Amir Khan to close out the year, we have to expect a big fight for him. And so he's promised us big fights. So he either needs to fight a Kell Brook to show that he's really serious about fighting the best, or he needs to fight one of the other top guys at welterweight. Maybe the winner of the Porter and Garcia fight. That'll be a hell of a fight if Garcia wins. That's a guy that's beat him before that he would love to have another chance against. Danny Garcia beat him by knocking him out in the 4th round back in 2012. I think he will love that rematch. I think that's something that Amir Khan would just love to get his hands on Danny Garcia. I think that's a much closer fight this time around, and I don't see that fight ending in a stoppage this time. but you never know. If he faces Sean Porter, I think that'll be a great stylistic matchup as well. So these are the fights that are coming up, and these fights right here lead to bigger fights down the line. You can't be a casual. You have to understand that every fight is important. Every fight leads to a role. We're building a story. And unlike a lot of the other boxing channels who give you bullshit and biased and fanboy for certain guys, we're going to give you every fighter, every fight, and the best breakdowns possible. Please subscribe to the IBFP for more great content.